I definitely want to get 5 in some of them conversations we was having the other day. That
Yeah,
junk was
bro. What y'all talking about,
cause
bro?
cause your boy was saying some crazy stuff.
What was he saying?
That nigga
Oh,
over there was over. He was over there fighting for his life, fighting for women.
Fighting
when am
for
I?
women.
Okay, but
Fighting
listen,
for
listen,
women.
listen, listen. Wait. When am I not? When am I not saying crazy shit? At this point, I'm the crash out of the group. It used to be five.
Are you the crash? Yeah, fine. You might be the crash. I'm fine. Well, so
Yo,
what
he
happened? What was the combo, bro? What happened?
so he was basically saying that man stunted women growth and all this, and because they was oppressed for so long. Look, wait, why, wait, why is this?
Oppress the growth is crazy verbiage. But all right, but I'm locked in though. I'm locked in. I'm
No,
locked
it's
in.
deeper than that.
I'm
It
locked in.
sound. He making it sound mad similar,
That's what I'm
simpler.
No,
saying.
no, no,
I'm
no.
locked in. I'm locked
Now,
in. Come on.
no, that's what you had said at first, but we had got deeper into the
No,
conversation.
He
All right,
said
no, go ahead,
no.
go ahead, then,
no.
go ahead. I'm gonna let you go ahead, then.
What I'm saying is, so I'm not saying that just man in general, like humans with penises. That's not what I'm saying. I'm
Okay.
saying when I
That
say
was your
man, I
words,
mean,
nigga.
oh
Let,
Lord.
let, let him cook, Jamal. Let him cook. Let him cook, Jamal. Let him cook. Let him cook. Let him cook. Go ahead, Five. Go ahead, bro.
I'm not saying just men in general. When you say, because when you say men, that's men. But when you say man, people get that confused with, you know, men with penises. You know what I'm saying? But what I'm saying is society,
No,
and
what are you saying?
Wait,
that's
wait,
what
wait,
I'm
wait, wait. Hold on.
saying.
Five. You saying so?
I'm saying society, the way that we've grown, the
Uh
way
huh.
that we've evolved,
Uh huh.
and women have not been able to evolve in the way that men have because we stunted their growth at some point. That's why
What do you
we
mean, like involve? Like, what do you mean by that?
okay, so evolution happens regardless, right? So men, women, uh animals, everything eventually turns into something else. That's just what happens with life is evolution, right?
Okay.
So what I'm saying is due to us putting men and women into certain roles, women have not been able to grow out of that help state because through the years we've been taught that women are to be protected and men are to be the ones to go out and do all the dangerous shit and do this, that, and the other. But what I'm saying is nowadays, more in the future, like where we are now, more women are able to step out of that mother role, that stay in the kitchen role. And you're seeing that more women are standing closer and in their evolution, in their bodies, getting stronger. And eventually, women will be just as strong and capable as men. But due to us being
Look
so
at
far
look
in,
at five.
I'm listening. No,
but
Jamal. Five.
this
Five.
shit
No,
is on
five.
a no. This
Five.
shit is
I'm listening.
genuinely.
Five.
This shit
Okay.
is
Shout out.
genuinely.
I'm
Wait,
listening.
wait,
I'm
wait, wait.
listening,
Time
bro.
out.
Do
Wait, time
not
out.
No,
pay
Wait,
but
attention to
wait. Time
Jamal,
out.
bro. I'm listening.
Shout out
I'm
to
not
Jazz.
because
I'm
I
locked
Shout
in
out to
be,
with you, Five.
Jazz. She just entered.
no
Shout out to
because
Jazz. She watching
because
right now.
I'm speaking on a broader scale. I'm not just thinking about just small shit. Like this is like through the years we have grew accustomed to forcing women into one direction, right? So
Okay.
if say for instance, right? I think it's like the monkey and the barrel mentality.
Okay.
If you don't allow something to grow mentally, you're choosing to stop that thing from doing what and we could go into other religions, we could go into however you want to, but women have always been beneath a man. You without a man, you can't go outside. You can't do this. You can't open a jar. You're not tall. But nowadays, women are taller, they're bigger, they're stronger, and men these days are now on the down slope to where Eventually, this is going to happen in humanity, in man. Okay.
Okay.
And if I'm not mistaken, in a lot of the animal kingdom, the woman is the more dominant species. You get what
Okay.
I'm saying?
Yeah.
But let me go drop this TV off. I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right, let me hear
So
what you gotta say.
if I'm correct, and I'm gonna ask him this when he comes back. So he's saying as far as the aspect of like women from like basically the beginning of time, from women from the beginning of time throughout civilization through life, they always been suppressed by the men species,
Hmm.
right? Okay.
Yeah,
So I feel like in some way, we can we if we take it back like way back. I'm talking previous life, previous.
but five. He said that they will eventually catch up to be on our level,
No,
and
no,
this is
no, no.
and this is where I started. This is where it went wrong last time. Cause I'm like, far as what, like when you say stuff like that, that's why I was telling you, got to be
So
more
is he
specific when
saying?
you saying it.
So I'm
Because
assuming. So I'm not to cut you off, Juwan, but I'm assuming
no, go ahead, go ahead.
since he said that, he's saying that one day Tamika, and I'm just using that Tamika is going to overpower or be on the same level as a Derek or a John. You know what I'm saying? Just in any field. Is that what he's saying?
Yes.
No,
And
no,
that's okay. So this is what I told him because he was
because
like,
that goes into just to like not genetics, but that goes into
but
the whole
I see.
chromosomes and
I
DNA
brought
and
that. I
everything.
brought that up.
No.
That was something I brought up. I
Now,
said, I told him like, bro, you think we were put in this shape, in this physical form for no reason? Like we're the bigger species. You know
yeah.
what I'm saying? And for the longest, we always been the biggest species. That's
Mhm.
not saying that some women are not taller than some men, but
Yeah, no,
majority
no,
of
yeah.
men, yeah, majority of men, we're all bigger than fucking women.
Yeah. I
So
I feel like on that aspect, bro, because it was a lot of talk about shit like that when it was like some of the women like with far as like the NWA, but the WNBA. Because there are a lot of jokes that people crack of how like majority of the women in the WNBA are I'm gonna use words that they used a little more manly or a little bit more muscular than certain
I
people,
said
and I'm not
this.
and before motherfuckers get in the chat talk about I'm a sexist and all that. This is proof. This is online. This is what people, men mostly, have said about the WNBA or just women in sports in general. Now it gets a little complicated and a little tricky when you talk about transgender and all that other stuff because there's talks about transgender women becoming men and vice versa playing in
We
certain
know that ain't.
sports.
Listen, we don't gonna get into that.
No, 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 that's what I'm saying. I just had to test that. We're not getting into that. To my five's point, I do not think physically, if we gonna keep on a physical level, I don't think physically that women one day will be compatible or even to a man. Just because of simple fact, because in our DNA, how we're made, that's not. There could definitely be strong women. There definitely could be
So,
muscular and taller women. But
so you
but
leaning
then hold
towards
on,
the
hold on.
side I was on.
But DNA wise, that's not. No, absolutely the fuck not. No. But if we talk about a mindset and mentality and like how my father was saying how majority of the times if you go back like the 30s, the 40s, 50s, 60s, a lot of women would be housewives because not having on top of not being able to have the right to vote or to the right to not speak, to
Mhm.
have on the right not to vote and the right of them not being able to move as freely as far as paying jobs or the same equal amount of pay that men had back in the day. A lot of women gravitated to a lot of older men. Like if you watch certain like older movies, like it's a Christmas movie, it's a known Christmas movie. It's not Home Alone, but it's the one before. It's like Freddie or Frank. I forgot the name of it. But literally, there's a scene in it when the mother's young as fuck, but the father, it had to be in his late 50s, 60s. But I guess that's
Mm.
just the time period because back then it was a lot of it wasn't a lot of knowledge for men or women to kind of figure out their role and figure out where they are in this land of society. So that's why I feel like maybe it took longer mentally for women to be able to boss up or hot girl shit, as they say. You know what I'm saying? To really be braggadocious about their thing. Because if we bring it to today's age, there's women, whether they wives, girlfriends, friends, or whatever, who thrive off of them being kind of the breadwinner or them thriving of them being like the head honcho in charge, because I just feel like my five said, evolution just we evolve. Do I
Hmm.
think women will someday be like as physical strong as a man? Absolutely not. When it comes to the mentality as far as being like executives, bosses, that stepping away from the generic cook, clean, take care of the kids, that goes out the window. There's some women who still, and I know I'm talking long, but I'll end it. I know that there's some women who thrive, who still thrive off of being stay at home, who love for their man to go out and hunt and bring home the bacon and they just take care of the
Hmm.
household. Gucci and his wife, Gucci's wife, I don't know what interview it was, but she had recently said that Gucci don't have to worry about nothing when he's outside the house. She has the crib, the bills, the kids, and everything, so he can
Yep.
focus on rap and whatever it is he got going on, and that works for them. I'm not saying that every woman should be like that, or I'm not saying that every man should be like that, but there's some women out here who still love that role of being, you know, overly submissive and being in a and just being in the kitchen doing what they do. But now today, bro, women are very foregoing into what they want, their drive, whether and where it's different levels from business, from entertainment, from even Glorilla, fuck nigga free. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like it's different fucking levels to it. Um, I do also think too that in a while, and this may go to a whole nother conversation, the demasculinity of men is on the decline. And I believe personally, and this is my opinion, that over the years, bro, there was a lot of like fads and a lot of like trends that was going on. At one particular moment, there was a there was a trend to be homosexual. There was a trend to be gay. And it was definitely more so prominent in our community because I feel like and I'm saying on different aspects of uh entertainment or whatever it is that you do. Some people when you look at it, and I'm just saying, I'm gonna leave it as just a black man for 1 second. A straight black man opposed to a opposite race, whatever race it may be, and with a homosexual black man, the straight black man is looked at more of a violent nature to any other race, whether they be our own race, white, Asian, whatever it is. They physical, I'm not physical. Heterosexual, straight man is looked more so, more mean or more rugged or more like not too sure, than to where it's a homosexual black man, and this is something I've seen with my own eyes, who other people, other races, other people are more open and more willing to be around and to fucking socialize with because they had that sense of feminine in them, so they don't seem as threatening as a straight man would be. I feel like in the next 10 to 15, maybe 20 years, it's going to be looked at where some men are going to be in that role of where women was, where they were in the house cooking, cleaning, and taking care of and the kids and everything. Because, like my five says, shit evolves. At the same time, though, with evolution, there has to be somewhat of a switch where it's like we could let this evolve, but we also can't let this just go away. I feel like, and me being as a man, I feel like that a man should go out and handle the business and do what he got to do. But that's not me saying that a woman
That's
should
not saying
not
that she can't do it
that
either.
she cannot and should not do it. Baby, if you
Okay,
want to bring your money
this
to the pot, bring your money to the pot, my baby, and we gonna both eat. I'm never a fan of
I
50
said
50.
that.
I'm a fan of 100 and 100, and we bring it together and we see what we can make shape.
But
But
see,
if
this
we
is that's what
hold
I
on,
was
look,
saying.
Jawan, let me finish before I forget.
Oh no,
before,
I
but
don't
if we,
need you
but if we,
forgetting.
I do not need no, please. But if we, but if we continue to be on this like route, bro, of where men are frowned on for expressing their feelings and expressing of how they are mentally, mental awareness and mental health is high in blacks, and I'm just saying in race, and I'm not gonna say race, I'm sorry, well, blacks included, but for men in general, the mental issues and mental health scare is high amongst men because we aren't comfortable, or we don't think we have a safe space to embrace and share our emotions. So we get looked at as, feminine or timid or soft. Um, but to sum it all up, so Jawan, so you could go, physically, there could be strong women. They could be strong ass fucking women. But if we
What
lay
up,
it
Doc
down,
Marley?
DNA, chromosomes, or chromosome, men will physically be superior to women. Mentality and mindset wise, no. I feel like you have to. That's a whole different conversation. My bad for the long rant. I just had to.
Hollow, you got something to say to that?
Yeah, of course I do. But
So five, you're
y'all
five. You're not wrong though. You're not wrong at all though.
no, but I'm saying y'all two, you heard what he said from the beginning. I just jumped in because I had to take the TV. But but whatever you got to
Oh,
say,
the
Jaron,
the
you go
thing.
ahead.
The oh, okay. My bad. Go ahead, five. Go ahead, Juwan.
I mean, no, I mean, five is kind of leaning towards more so the stuff I was saying in the video that we did last
Okay.
week. It's not, and I was saying, and I was telling you, like, basically, I'm not saying that they can't do this stuff, but some stuff I feel like they shouldn't do. And that's how we got into the whole war conversation. I said, me personally, I don't think women should be in war. Not saying that they can't do it. I just feel that they shouldn't do it.
Yeah.
Okay, but see, this is where where we're hitting that wall at because y'all gotta push through this wall of where we are today as society. We got this has been happening for thousands and thousands of years. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
That's why I'm saying that they have been oppressed and not able to evolve. We slowed their evolution because of at some point in man's growth, we was like, this is the superior, this is the inferior. There's more of them. They create the babies. We don't. We chose a role and we went down those routes. You get what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Doc,
And
I get what you're saying, five. I do get what you're saying.
so if I take something, it's just like dogs, for example. They're big. They were wolves before. Now they're these small ass things that can fit in people's purses, and they're just used for show things. That's what I'm saying. At some point in time, listen, don't even get in here
Hold on,
and
five.
talking
Before
shit.
you five, before you finish, Doc, I see your
Huh?
comment when you said why
Yeah.
not most women are more strategic than men. That's absolutely true. I feel like some women definitely move off of they think
Huh?
a lot more than men. Sometimes men react
Where are we going?
hella fast before
Where's
when
that at?
women will sit and take some time and do what you got to do. But I also feel like to my five's point to answer that question, what Doc was
Son,
saying, just because they're strategic doesn't mean that they are given
I
the
don't got no
space or the
GPS.
platform to be able to show that mind. So maybe that's why to kind of maybe answer that question, five, if you want to chime into what Doc said. But five,
What do
I
you
agree
say?
with you. He was saying like, why not? Most women are more, strategic than men. Saying how we suppress their growth as far as their
Yeah,
evolution.
yeah, but yeah, physically, because if you remember when we was growing up, men was always considered stronger but dumber. Women were was always considered smarter but weaker. You
But
get
we
what I'm
could,
saying?
yeah, yeah,
It was a whole song about Venus and Mars
yeah.
or whatever the hell it was. Like, you get what I'm saying?
I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. I mean, that's interesting. That's an interesting take, five. And I feel like now maybe not our lifetime, maybe not our kids' lifetime. Hell, maybe not even their lifetime or the kids after that.
The coolest weirdo.